What's up guys, Tegan here. Thank you so much for tuning into my astrophotography channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through a very quick and easy tutorial in Photoshop on selective sharpening. Now what we're going to be doing is selectively sharpening only the areas in our astrophoto that need sharpened. The background, everything else is going to remain completely untouched. Now what this is going to do is bring out that extra detail, that extra crispness that you're looking for in your images, and can even give you a three-dimensional feel if done correctly. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin.
Alright, so as you can see here, I have uploaded my luminance data into Photoshop. This is about 17 hours of data on Ceres Galaxy, otherwise known as the Hamburger Galaxy. And there isn't too much detail in this image to sharpen besides this central dust lane here. And that's the only area of this image that I will sharpen. The stars in the background will not be touched. Let's say you've taken an image of the Eagle Nebula. One of the things you're definitely going to want to sharpen are the pillars of creation. And you're not going to want to touch the background because it'll introduce noise or it could introduce artifacts. You just want to accentuate those pillars. Right here, I just want to accentuate these dust lanes. I'm going to start out by duplicating this image. You're going to right click on your image over here in the layers tab. So right click and hit duplicate. Next thing, we're going to go ahead and name this layer. You don't have to, but I like to be extremely creative, so I'm going to go ahead and do layer 2. And I believe your default blending mode will be on normal. I was editing previously, so you want it on overlay. You want to switch it to overlay. Make sure your layer 2 is selected here. It should be by default. And now we're going to go up to filter, down to other, high pass. And this is where we select the intensity of our sharpening. The higher our pixel radius, the more intense it will be. The lower our pixel radius, the less intense it will be. Meaning the smaller the number, the smaller pixels get grouped together to be sharpened. So you'll be sharpening smaller details with smaller numbers, and you'll be accentuating larger details with larger numbers. As you can see here, the dust line is very dark when I set mine to around 9 or 10. And then when I bring it down to about 2, these smaller areas are sharpened and it doesn't look as blotchy. So that's exactly what I'm going to leave my pixel radius at. Well, let's just go 2.5. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. What that's going to do is it's going to sharpen your entire image. But what we're going to do next is hit layer, layer mask, and hide all. And it's going to hide that layer that we just selected. So it's going to look like you have done nothing to your image. And then now is when we select our paintbrush tool right here and just paint over the areas in which we want to sharpen. So for me, the central dust lane right there, and that's all that I'm going to do. And make sure over here, this top box is white, this bottom box is black. If they're switched, I think you paint over just a black line in your image. That's happened to me a couple times. So that's just one setting that you want to make sure is consistent when you do this. But other than that, just by painting over that central dust lane, I've brought out the sharpness of my dust lane. I have accentuated any fine detail that I want to bring out, and that's about as simple as it gets. If you don't like your sharpening results, go back into your filter and adjust do this start over and adjust your high pass, increase your pixel radius or decrease your pixel radius. It's all personal preference. So if you want your details accentuated more, make your pixel radius 7 or 10 if you don't want it as much. 0.5 even. 0.5, I've used that a few times, and that's after deconvolution, say in PixInsight when I've sharpened it already, but I need it just a tad, just amp it up just a tad, like 0.5 even works for me. So that's the end of this tutorial pretty much. If you guys have any comments or questions, or maybe you know a better method, let me know in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. I love your insight. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, and I hope you guys enjoy my next video, which will be on making your O3 data pop when you combine your HA and O3 in PixInsight. How to get those beautiful orange and blues. So stay tuned. Thank you again. Goodbye.